This is on the more microchipping of humans. Now, it was reported in January 9th, 2007 issue of the Canadian in an article by Lucien Desjardins that doctors in the United States and in Europe are secretly moving to have the microchip implanted in newborns. Now, where's the reference? In an issue called the Canadian, the January 9th, 2007 issue of the Canadian. That's where you'll find that reference. It was revealed by Dr. Kyle that then Prime Minister Olof Palme of Sweden had already given permission back in 1973 to implant prisoners, and Data Inspection ex-Director General Juan Friese revealed that nursing home patients were implanted in the mid-1980s. Now, this is all information coming out showing you that the elites, the wicked elites, ultimately want everybody chipped, man. All right? One bad thing about having a microchip implanted in oneself is that fact that you could then be followed anywhere in the world. According to Dr. Kyle, today's microchips operate by means of low-frequency radio waves that target them with the help of satellites. The implanted person can be tracked anywhere on the globe, which turns those wicked elites into what? Godlike individuals. They want to be God. They want to play God. Isn't that what the book of Ezekiel said? The Prince of Tyrus, I am God. That's the modern day Prince of Tyrus, those so-called international bankers. They want to be God. They want to be the Most High. Man, we can get all kinds of scriptures to bring that out. All right? Yeah, with the chip they can play God. That's what they want. That's the ultimate goal. Now, yep.
And then, you know, the same way that they got the technology of the chip, when you use your credit card, they can track you. That's why, like, when they're looking for somebody, in particular somebody that's on the run, if they're using credit cards, what happens? They can track your last transaction. You know, so like they can track you with the chip. That's also going to be used for finance. They'd be able to track you that way.
And they showed you that in that movie, The Conspiracy Theory, with Mel Gibson when he bought that book, The Catcher in the Rye. Immediately, the transaction went to the people in the know, and they knew he bought that book. You know, and they were like, "Why did he buy that book?" Because they know the book is all about the secret elite, the Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah, and you know what that also shows? That shows that when you buy stuff with your credit card, they keep a track of everything that you buy.
Exactly.
So wherever you go, they pretty much already know the brand of cereal you eat, the type of food you eat. Yeah. They build a profile on you.
That's why they have the new cable boxes. Every certain amount of years, they keep updating the cable box. Why? Because the cable box, it secretly got a camera in it. Plus, they can know what shows you go to. Okay, this guy seems to always go to this show. Why is he going to this show? What does he know? You know?
Also, too, yeah, with the credit card thing. Well, they had this for the past few years now. Those prepaid credit cards. I know because I've used a few of them at a few occasions. Now, when you get it, you buy it in CVS or Walgreens. It's a Visa MasterCard symbol is on it. Then it is backed up and it's financed by Visa and MasterCard. You buy the card and then you got to load money onto it yourself. But they actually, what they do, you have to put your information in there and they send it away. Then what they do, the one you buy in the stores are temporary. Then in the mail, they mail you one. They mail it to you with your actual name on it. It's like a prepaid card. It's just like a credit card. You do all the same stuff. You can load money on, but you have to load the money on there yourself. Yeah, green dot. Yeah. Because I've dealt with them a few times myself. If you can't get a bank account or you don't want to have a bank account, you can get that. And they say, well, this is even better than having an actual bank account because this way nobody can get in there but you because you load the money on there. You don't have to worry about somebody going into your bank account if you got a bank account and stealing your money, this, that, and the other. But that's another way of tracking you. It's a credit card, man. Now, they got that accessible, and a lot of people be buying them, man. A lot of people buy it. That's another way. If you figure you don't have a bank account, so they can't track you, they get you with them prepaid cards, man. Okay?
Yeah, I just want to because you were bringing out how they track you on your computer also, your browser, you know, it has something called cookies, right? So a cookie basically tracks every site you go to. Now they got it to a level that you go to certain web pages, they have ads, and the ad in a web page will be on something that you might have been shopping for a couple days ago.
That's right.
Yep.
Anything, yep. Like if you went on one site or you did, it's like they read your mind, man. You know?
Reading on, it says, today's microchips, according to Dr. Kyle, today's microchips operate by means of low-frequency radio waves that target them. With the help of satellites, the implanted person can be tracked anywhere on the globe. According to Dr. Kyle, brain functions can also be remotely monitored by supercomputers and even altered through the changing of frequencies. All right, now these are just showing you that these elites want to be God, man. They want to play. They have that godlike complex. All right, that's what they have. Now this is under the global plan. It says a few months back, Hollywood director and documentary filmmaker Aaron Russo stated on a radio interview that he was approached by Nick Rockefeller. Now they're saying that Nick Rockefeller never existed. They got disinformation sites saying the guy never existed. All of a sudden now. And that Aaron Russo was not that important. That's what those disinformation sites are saying. And yeah. And asked, excuse me, and asked to join the Council on Foreign Relations, CFR. I guess the CFR never existed or doesn't exist. Yeah, the building's right here in New York City, man. Russo refused, but he asked Rockefeller, what's the point of all this? You have all the money in the world you need. You have all the power you need. So what's the point? What's the end goal? Rockefeller replied, paraphrasing, the end goal is to get everybody chipped, to control the whole society, to have the bankers and the elite people control the world. All right? It's as simple as that. Control. Some may argue that there is no way whole populations will be accepting being microchipped, that it sounds too much like a science fiction fantasy. Like, yeah, guys like Nate, morons like Nate. All right?
See, but what they fail to realize is that it's going to be made mandatory. That's the point. The point is it's going to be made mandatory. It's not going to be, at first it's going to be an option that you could just get it, you know, if you want to or not. But there's going to come a point where they're going to make the microchip mandatory, where you're going to have to take it. Just like right now, this guy Obama kept saying that when this new health care bill comes into effect, if you have a physician that you like or a particular health care that you like to use, you can use it. Now it's to the point now where you have to take this Obama health care thing, and everybody has to take that. So eventually, what's going to happen? They're going to make the chip mandatory.
Yeah. Yep. Yet we know that this is exactly what the program of the one world people is, to have everyone chipped, right? Now they give you possible approaches. It says, so what kind of approach will they take to make us accept the microchip? Kevin Haggerty wrote an article entitled, One Generation is All They Need. All right, this is an article, One Generation is All They Need, in the December 10th.